like probably like 150 feet away was a man dressed as Spider-Man. He was dressed in the video game Spider-Man with the white spider on it.
That's cool.
And he was next to the line of people going into the aquarium. And
he was dressed as Spider-Man going to the aquarium?
Nope, he was like just hanging out kind of a little bit
like a street performer?
Yes. So like kind of like New York, there's a lot of those around Times Square or whatever. And I know it's like he would like, there'd be kids there and he'd like wave at them. He'd wave adults over.
That's
and then
cool.
he would, I never heard him speak, but I assumed he was like, hey, do you want to take a photo? And they were like, yeah. And then he would pick them up, throw them over his shoulder. So like
he would pick people up.
So he would pick them up, throw them on his grown adults, and he had one hand probably on their like left thigh and like holding them down to his shoulder, and then his left arm would be doing this. So and their head would be coming out from under his arm a lot of the times.
Oh my God! So he was one-handing people.
Well, he'd pick them up, throw them over, and then pose for a photo, and then people were like, ah, like
oh my God!
So I watched this man for an hour. And then, like, if kids would come over, he'd, like, pick two of them up and, like, be holding them.
So
and
he was strong as fuck.
He didn't look it, though. He looked like a normal fucking dude.
Well, and also Spider-Man's kind of a tiny guy.
Sure, but he wasn't, like, skinny fit. He just seemed, like, normal.
Dude, that's hard to do to one-hand a person above you.
Thrown over your shoulder. But so then he was doing that. And I was like, oh I bet. And not getting money for it either that I could see. Like, he wasn't asking for a tip or anything. And also not always for a photo. He was just picking people up. Like, anyone he waved over.
If I would have been like, oh, it's Spider-Man, and then he picks me up, I go, what the fuck are you doing?
So, I assumed he was asking permission for everybody.
Yeah, but you don't know.
Because I saw him, probably a person around our age, he grabbed him, and the dude shoved him, and then, like, fucking swung on him.
Oh.
Didn't hit him. But, like, Spider-Man's like, whoa, whoa, whoa. Like, I couldn't hear him either. But that happened like probably within like 15 minutes of me like relaxing and just like seeing him.
Holy shit.
So then I realized he's not asking permission from everybody at least. He's just fucking
grabbing people.
And like grabbing them low and throwing them over his shoulder.
Which is terrifying.
All right, I'll send you a couple photos of the dude because I found his Instagram. It's just
he's like a Spider-Man character.
Like and like he goes to, like schools and shit, but like
why is he picking people up?
I don't
and like I'm sure the photos are cool.
So
like, is there photos on his Instagram of like that kind of shit?
So this was posted the day the other one was, so he's throwing them like down.
Oh my God. Yeah. He's a,
that was the day I saw him. So there it's like over.
So
like,
it looks like he has different suits.
Yes.
Which
he has like 3 or 4 different suits.
He's a Spider-Man fan.
Yes. But I was watching that man for a fucking hour. Then all of a sudden I see a guy walk across like my field of view. I was like, oh, he looks a little familiar. And then I kept going back and I was like, oh shit. And then I looked at the guy. He's wearing like all Iowa State shit. I'm like, that's probably him. So I wave him, one of the groomsmen.
Oh, yeah. He's wearing
a guy I know.
From Iowa. And you're like, yeah, I'm just watching this Spider-Man guy.
Well, and I explained that to him. He's like, why?
Because I'm high.
I also have a screenshot.
Because I'm high, dude.
I have a screenshot of something I texted Izzy. I'll also send that to you.
Dude, that's wild. So he's just a street performer. He probably, I'm guessing he had something laid out maybe for tips or something.
Maybe. So I sent you a conversation I had with Izzy where I texted her, where she's like, what are you up to? I was like, yeah, I went to a cool Chinese hardware store and then stared at a man dressed up like Spider-Man picking up people for at least an hour. And her response was, are you high? And I responded, very. Why do you ask?
Yeah, because it's like, most people would just keep walking.
But I was enamored by this man.
You were obsessed with him.
Yeah.
You were like, I want to know more about him. I want to see. It's crazy that like...
I refused to approach him though because he might fucking pick me up.
And that would be too much.
Yes, that would have been way too much.
Oh no.
But I pointed him out to the groomsmen just so he knew he existed. He never saw him pick up a dude. That's why I searched far and wide for his like,
because you were like
social.
No, but
this was a thing I was watching for. I should have taken a video of it.